Yo, Richmond, thanks for the raid. Wait, now I'm getting infinite feedback. I guess it'll stop when Richmond comes back on. He's trying to crop his window there since I keep getting the sidebar ads. Yo, chat. Mid-X Lane? Is that relation to Ari Lane? Schlank, Soyama, Abney? Oh yeah, I forgot to change the name title. Or the name title. The title. Yeah, let's do that. Why am I not hearing Arya's audio now? What's going on? Oh, okay, maybe it's just me. Oh, I guess maybe I just turned it down. That's not Yoshi, I know. What's going on? Still got the infinity screen from Richmond there. What's going on in that? Just refresh that page. Just refresh that page. Oh, now it's on my stream. Oh, of course. Derp. Now it's on ads. Gonna be battling ads, I have a feeling. Alright, let's see if we can get this cropped. Before the sidebar ads come in again. Get all these weird messages off the screen. Alright. Looks decent. Oh no. What happened? Just as I thought it was sized right. Come on. Sweet, sweet. OBS fails. Alright. Just have to see if that works. I'll have to keep an eye. It seems like Richmond's stream in particular popping up stuff. Alright, let me get to our Discord chat here. Guess I'm ready here. Just wait for these two to figure out what track they're starting on. Sweet. Yeah, we'll see. See what happens. It's not the end of the world. I'll try to keep an eye on it and do what I can. This should be a fun match. I'm looking forward to this one. Two very active players, both in the top 50. Both very, very talented. And yes, I see in the chat we're going to Toad's Turnpike, and I will give the 3, 2, 1. I'll give a 0, and we'll go on the 0. So let's count them down here. 3, 2, 1, 0. See what the lag is like. Oh, we got the ad already. All right, we got double Yoshi here. Riding down Toad's Turnpike. Gotta keep an eye on this screen here on the left, or on the right. Both looking pretty good. Tight lines around these bends. Retchman hitting a shroom, lap 1. Getting it out of the way, hitting on the guardrail a little bit, but not too bad. Arya coming into the home stretch here of lap 1. What do we got? 59.99, 1 minute 66. So Arya ahead, a little more than a half second. Little bump on the shroom there, so that might give Retchman a bit of a chance to catch up here, but he's still just got 2 shrooms, same as Arya. Ooh, a little snag there for Arya coming into that MT in the pocket there. A little cart dancing. Be interesting to see what the second lap results here are. Retchman fires that second shroom. Arya as well, but a little later down the curve. She's already coming around the final stretch. But Retchman's not too far behind. And I think he maybe started a little later. Probably a little more lag there. Alright, 153, 108. So not too far apart. Maybe about 20 hundredths, something like that, between those. Get these notifications. D-Court rec is off. This is relatively close here. It's looking pretty clean from both so far from what I've seen. Little snag there. Retchman coming down the hill. Both trying their best, grinding as many MTs without snagging into that guardrail. Playing it pretty tight, both of them. Getting through this last bit of traffic here is also huge. Trying to dance around without hitting any of those buses. All right, let's see what we got. 301.27, 301.72. Wow. Just switched those last 2 numbers. That was pretty close. That was a good one. Nice start here. Give me 1 minute to mark that down. 301.27. All right, we got it. It's 1 point for Arya. Very nice start there. And now I guess it is Arya's pick. This is going to be a great match. Yeah, they're really, you know, not too far apart. Arya, you would think Arya's the favorite, being I think 14 now. Rechman is in, I think he was 38 last time I looked, but both like very competitive in this. All right, screens are looking good. We're going to Royal Raceway. Gonna count them down once again. 3, 2, 1, go. Football, indeed. Just like it. All right, I know this became a huge theme in Arya's match against MR recently. We'll see if we'll see how much Royal Raceway we see today. Both pretty nice jumps over that hill. Looking good. See how these shrooms look. Little cart dance there from Rechman. Maybe a little better of an angle for Arya there. It's still pretty close. Pretty nice S turns from both. Maybe one missed MT from Rechman there. 58-23, 58-11. Wow, that's pretty close. Just 12 hundredths away from each other. Really tight lap one. A little bit of drag there from Rechman, but still in it. Keeping those lines tight. Arya might be edging ahead a little bit here. See how these shrooms look. Pretty good from both, honestly. A little tip of the hat, zoom in, zoom out from Arya there, very nice. Spamming that C right view selector. Classic trolling. Just fooling around. Alright, let's see what we got here. 58.06, 58.41, so Arya put, you know, maybe a little bit under a half second total lead there. But anything can happen on this one, on any track really. Once again, looked a little bit cleaner from Arya on that jump over there and the MT after, but still very close. Pretty tight from both of them. Looking good. We love it. We love the subtle nods to Mario Kart community. All right, final turn here. 254.38, 254.87. Dang, still another close round there. Another one for Arya, but seriously, awesome performance from both. It's pretty insane to be that neck and neck. And Rechman saying he missed a bunch of MTs. Like, dang, yeah. That was a nice one. Looking good here. Let's see where Rechman is heading to next. Looks like Frap Snowland. Alright, both racers are ready. Give him the 3, 2, 1 here. 3, 2, 1, 0. And then a bunch of lag in between there. Pretty nice A-B spin boost from both there. Big on this one is going to be how the mushrooms look, how clean they can get them over that big hill. Pretty good from Arya. Hit a little bit of that. Ooh, not as much as Retchman there. Both hit a bit of the foot of the mountain. Both recovered very well. Didn't hit any snowmen. I don't know who will go for the shortcut jump. 40.99, 42.31. Okay, so definitely a significant lead here for Arya. We'll see if Retchman goes for that fabled out of bounds jump. Maybe lap 3 if he's really feeling like going for it. But for now, just getting those clean lines in behind Arya. Arya hitting a bit of that same one, so maybe a little bit better for Retchman on that shroom. See if it's enough to even it out too much. $40.97, $40.58. Okay, so that definitely better lap for Retchman, but not quite the same margin he was looking for to make it all up. Solid driving though. Bring that back. All right. Ooh, big side. Oh, here's Retchman's chance. He's going in for it. Wow. Huge. That's all it takes. But once again, really great stuff from both. That's what happens in a one try. All right, we got 206.85 and 203.57. Point Retchman. Yeah, those snowmen can eat it sometimes. Ooh, Arya bringing it out. A pretty saucy move here. Picking Bowser Castle, as she put it there. I'm not saying Bowser's, but this is Retchman's huge track. I think, what is he, number 6 in 3 lap, number 7 in flap, something around there. He's top 10 for both. So this is his specialty track. So that is a pretty confident move. All right, let's count them down here. 3, 2, 1, go. After a few seconds. Arya's out for blood after that. Looking for revenge in a large way. All right, Retchman getting that inside line, but hitting the thwomp. Ooh, I'm getting a real tough thwomp there. Looks like he's pulling out. That, I guess, can be the trouble sometimes when you're going for such hard, high-level strats. That's the stuff that can get you in trouble. But like I said, don't let it fool you. Retchman is a dang pro on that track. Now it's just Arya's turn to cruise the castle. Lots of mind games can go into these one tries. I feel like I've run into the same thing myself, where sometimes the track that you pick, the one you think your specialty on, you can kind of psych yourself out a little bit. Not saying that's exactly what happened for Richmond, but there's a lot to consider in these one tries. Oh, and Arya gets the rogue thwomp there herself. Got 221.28. I don't know. You never know if Richmond stuck it out. Might have been able to pull something out there, but definitely understand just pulling out when things go wrong. All right, that completes set number 1. Going to Aria, but with that point to Richmond. Nice first set. Richmond's going with Banshee Boardwalk to start off the second set. Let's see how this one goes. See how the screen's looking. Yeah, I guess it's all right. Richmond is ready. Aria is ready. Counting them down. We'll wait for him to start. Pretty nice starts from both. Getting nice jumps over that first crack. Ooh, Richmond going for that extra MT there. Missing the next one. Still pretty even though. Both nice shrooms there. A little bit of a bonk for Richmond. Getting a little extra MT in there. Got the ad coming up again. It's cracking me up. We got the notifications popping up. Classic stuff. Alright, we got Richmond pulling out again. Missed it because of the ads, but it looks like it might have fallen from the track. Which is also pretty par for the course for Banshee Boardwalk. See the White Lotus dude or whatever. Yeah, Mr. HBO. Alright, we got the sidebar off now. Got some other notification popping up in front of both. Classic internet. Alright, 206.91 for Aria there. Taking another point. It was a pretty decent run. Arya is pretty cracked. It's pretty tough here. I mean, you know, on the other side of that, she had a pretty rough match against Mateus the other day, where it was kind of the tables were turned. She was the underdog, but managed to give a great performance there as well. Definitely been there myself. It's pretty tough when you're going up against somebody who you know is really good. You know their rank. You're pretty familiar with them. But I feel like the best strat is just to try to have fun. Just, you know, don't think too much about how much you're gonna win or lose or whatever. Just give it your best and try not to go too aggressive. Arya's trying to break the rules. I don't even know if there's a rule for that. Alright, looks like Arya's moving towards Mario Raceway. Retchman is ready. I'm going to give them the countdown. And here we go. Alright, see if we get some... Both getting through that plant pretty well. Are even getting a little bit of that wall clip. Looking pretty good from both. 2942, 2981, so about 40 hundredths at lead for Arya. We've got another ad. Both looking pretty good on those shrooms. I think I wasn't even looking during the mushroom cut. 2982, 2976. Okay, so Retchman got the lead back down to like 30 some hundredths perhaps. Final mushroom cut. Clean for both. Very nice. Well done on both of those racers. This is pretty close. And we got 128.76, 129.24. Another nice one. Good stuff. Really solid from both. Just getting through that mushroom cut 3 times in a row is a huge feat to do just in one try. Alright, now I gotta go back and crop Retchman stream. Alright, Retchman deciding on... Retchman says, Sherbetland, no way this goes wrong. True. What could go wrong on Sherbetland with all those penguins and crack jumps and whatnot? What could go wrong? Alright, the racers are ready. Give them their countdown. And wait for the lag to catch up. I think, yeah, I'm rooting for Yoshi as well. I think we all are. Ooh, that was so close. I could have sworn Arya was going to go in on that one, but she must know those jumps. It was a large jump. See how they navigate around these penguins here. Ooh, both very nice getting around there on the inside. That first lap is tricky when the penguins coming right at the center. These big jumps in here, both nice, clearing the crack, clearing the penguin. 39.41, 39.95. Master might not root for Yoshi. It's fair. Well, if Wah isn't in the race, maybe. Looks like a little bit of a cart dance there from Arya. Both getting around there pretty tight, looking good. Both nice jumps over there at the end. Let's see, 39.27, 39.59. So I think Rechman's actually got a decent lead here. Ooh, and definitely has a huge lead here now. After that, that's what I thought was going to happen on lap 1. Hopefully it wasn't a commentator's curse. And Rechman is racing on into there to the finish, claiming his point. Well deserved. Gonna probably take it, yeah, pretty safe there. Don't want any mishaps. Good one, Rechman. 158.02. Very nice. Hooray for Yoshi. 2:13.26. Good stuff. All right, another match similar, or round similar to the last set. 2-1 Arya. See what happens this time. Arya's picking Wario Stadium. Yo, Ice Pulse. We love a Rechman comeback. And an Arya comeback. Oh, we got the very nice ad there. That's pretty cool. All right, let's count them down. And wait a few seconds to start. And crop Rechman's screen back. Arya on Wario Stadium, like a cow in the pasture. Good point. She is very much at home on this track. However, Rechman's got the moves too. He's pretty familiar with this track as well. Both coming very tight around there. Rechman gets a little bit better of a line. Arya kind of snags on the end of that. So he might have pulled ahead a little bit there. Both going very tight. Rechman a little cleaner on that shroom ending. Ooh, both okay. Rechman gets that flip-flop MT. Arya gets a little caught and just kind of recovers through the rest of it, which is smart. Rechman's cart dancing a little bit on the way back up though. This is bringing it relatively even. It's hard to tell sometimes because they're not completely synced up. But they're both looking pretty good on the second half. Yoshi would cart. All right, we got 128.71, 130.11. So Rechman's got a little bit over a second. after that first lap. Both looking pretty good so far, though. So the thing with this track is that it's so long, there are so many little spots that you can just get a little thrown off on, and then that can turn into a whole host of issues. Both are looking pretty good though for this lap. Looked at these shrooms. Rechman seemed like he was coming in a little bit tighter, got a bit better of a line, I think. Just like the last one. Ooh. Okay, manages to recover from that sort of the second half of the flip-flop MT. Keeping it relatively clean. I don't know if Arya really went for it too much though. So it might be evening it out a little bit. Rechman squeezing in one more extra MT there. The ads. And we got 128.19, 129.77. Okay, so that did kind of even out things a little bit. Pretty close here. Both are pretty clean around there. Little cart dancing though for Rechman. Both going very aggressive. Maybe Rechman a little bit more aggressive there. Might have cut off the MT though. See if he goes for this flip flop. Just the second half, and he's getting it pretty clean. Looks good. I'm gonna have to crop it again. Both taking very tight lines. Looking good. Rechman squeezing that extra one in there once again. Pretty close. 426.24. 427.53. So Arya managed to bring it back there. All right, so that makes it another set for Arya there. Nice one. I don't know. Rechman's saying in the chat that that was pretty rough, but honestly, I thought he did a very good job. There were a couple little snags, but he recovered very well. And I think avoided some bigger mistakes by adjusting when little things happen. Okay. Rechman says BC flap for the redemption. We love it. Love to see it. Pippy cat attack indeed. Alright, let's give him the countdown. And get them going into this third set. Rechman going a little bit safer that time, maybe to try to get out of the way of that thwomp. Looked like Arya was able to get in on the inside of the bush, but she just hit thwomp going into the hallway there. So I think Rechman's got a little bit of a lead right now. Ooh, Rechman gets a nice stairway hop. Another plus for him. course, professional here. You would expect no less. A little bit of a cart dance there, but recovered well. All right, 44-19, 45-25. So that goes to Richmond. Very nice. Well played. Well done. You love to see it. All right. Another point for Richmond. Yeah, let's see. I would love that if Richmond took the next couple sets. All right, we're going to Yoshi Valley. This is perhaps the specialty of our other racer here, Arya. Should be interesting as well. Looks like they're ready. All right. And here they go. Get the little stream crop back there. Home field advantage, possibly. Oh wow, that was a weird little. I feel like Ari was almost going for like the versus line where you hop on the inside there. Okay, both are managing their way around these spinies and having some difficulty. This is a good one. Okay. Oh, both fall off. Both fall off, dude. Oh, man. This is great. This is going to be fun. See what happens. See how they recover. Both taking the long way around. Just avoiding that extra, about 10 seconds or whatever that you lose from falling off again. Watch out for that egg right in the center there. You're going to see some hill hops here. See how clean these get. Both looking pretty nice. Nobody clips that fence though. Ooh, dang. Richmond gets that stupid snag on the fence there. So maybe he loses a little bit there. And hits the spiny. Doesn't fall off though, and RA hits the spiny as well. So there's definitely room to come back in here. All right, both get over that second hairpin jump. Very nice. And good hairpin jumps too. Pretty deep, both clipping that fence. See how these hops go this time. Hopefully no bad snag. Ooh, the good snag for Richmond. Come on. All right, we got 37.50 and 30. All right, I didn't see the split there. But they're both pretty close. Oh, that was so close to getting past the spiny. Damn. So it looks like Arya might be going into the finish here with the lead. But that was a really great one. That was pretty up in the air there for lap 1 and some of lap 2. All right, let me write this down. So we got 2:07:46 and 2:16:59. That was a fun one. Good race. All right, so another point for Arya. We'll see where Richmond is headed to next. See what his strat is here. Could be a difficult one to try. Okay, Frap Snowland shortcut. That seems like a smart move. Richmond is definitely way more specialized on the shortcut side. Arya definitely knows what's going on there, but Retchman has spent a lot of time grinding the SCs. Looks like we accidentally got a start there. And I'll give him the countdown. Any rate. Alright, Retchman going for that big boost behind. Maybe taking a little too much time to adjust. $19, $20, $62, and $22. Yeah, Arya's got a bit of a lead. They're pretty even for the second lap. All right, Arya takes it. 35.87. That is surprising. But like I said, you know, Arya knows her stuff. All right, another 2-1 set here. Get this cropped, this window back. Arya is picking Donkey Jungle Park, as she puts it. Good pick. Both racers ready. Give them the countdown. Donkey Jungle Park. Alright, so we're going to be looking at this ramp. It's going to be a big thing, and the mushroom following right after it. And as well as the cave climb right at the end of the lap. I feel like those are our big tells on who's going to be coming in with the lead. Ooh, bit of a bounce there for Retchman. Throws him off. Damn. That is just the risk you take. I don't know how many times I always have to do that in a row before I get a decent jump. So now he's going for another one. Gets it clean. Can just hope that maybe Arya goes a little aggressive and misses another one. We'll see. Maybe she plays it safe. See how this cave climb looks. Pretty tight line in there. And pretty nice up there. 45.75. Goes almost onto that grass, but not enough to get one of the Kiwana fruits. It's looking pretty good. Maybe a little safe, but plenty for what she needs to get out of it. Let's see what Retchman goes for on this one. Bit of a bonk there on the rail, but looks to be coming in pretty safe. Nice. Just getting just brutalized with those guano fruits though. Once they start a little bit slow on that cave climb there, maybe for Arya. 46 second lap, but still plenty to be in the lead. Look at this jump. Pretty nice. Oh, here it comes. Retchman's chance. Come on, buddy. Let's see. All right, that's pretty close to each other, and Retchman got a nice line there. It's not too far off. I think, yeah, Arya's still got a bit of a lead, but it's way less than it was before. It's going to need to be real tight. Both of them are going to be going for, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how aggressive they go with the cave climbs. I'm guessing both are going to go pretty aggressive. Ooh, a bit slow. Oh my god! Oh my god! The tumble from Arya. Rechman makes it. Oh, what a comeback. That was huge. See, that is why you stay through it. You know, if you reset, you never know what's going to happen. I've had that with verses too. Like, you think you just lost and it's all gone, but you never know when somebody else might, you know, take a tumble or something at whatever skill level, you know. From the bottom to the top. Never know what's going to happen with Cart. Wow. All right, so 233.09 for Rechman. That was a great one. Really nice stuff. I know, right? Yeah. It's evened out now. We're at match point. So I guess you can see the Star Cup over there. Rechman's thinking on his next pick. The ads are back off, so I'm going to crop back here. Fully thinking through this next move, as I would expect that he does. Says, WTF do I pick? LMAO. Arya says, pick the cutest one. Classic chatting for both, in my opinion. Ooh, alright, Rechman's going SL again. Going back to where he had some success. Arya jumping the gun there again. Got the false start. Alright, back to selection. Yeah, everyone's on brand. True. Okay, Arya switched into Toad. Give him the countdown here. And hopefully that wasn't too soon for Arya. Both of these drivers are goated, in my opinion. Arya definitely goated as well. Rechman is a true one. Both members of the Cat Club, which is a club full of real ones, dedicated to Cart, who also enjoy cats. So it's nice to see these pals racing against each other, especially at such a high level. All right, both looking pretty good around that. Actually, it seemed like Arya snagged the wall a little bit, so Rechman might have a bit of advantage, even with that little cart dance there. And we got 40.07, 40 flat, so just 7/100ths of a difference. Both going for those big jumps. Yeah, really nice. We love to see that coming in so close on that first lap. Both playing pretty tight here. Easier penguin cycle on that second lap. It's out of the way. Both playing pretty tight around that corner. Both getting nice jumps there towards the end. We got 38.91, 39.33. So Arya maybe gets a little bit of a lead there. Under half a second, about that. But like I said, you never know what's going to happen. Rechman just sneaking by that penguin. I'm just getting into that penguin on the mushroom. Solid recovery though. Oh my god. What did I tell you? You never know what's gonna happen till the last dang second. That's a set for Rechman right there. Would you look at that? crazy, scrazy even. Without winning the shortcut. True. Look at that. All right. 2 sets to Arya, 1 set to Rechman. I mean, I definitely understand. I feel like I'm always somebody who's rooting for the underdog, somebody who's a little bit behind. Definitely hear that. But it's hard because both of these people are great racers, great people. Tough to choose who you want to root for. But it's great seeing both of them. Both of them are performing really well. That's what you want to see. Arya switching over to Rainbow Road Flap. Says or 3 lap. Leaving the choice between Flap or 3 lap up to Rechman. Rechman picks Flap. Fair choice. Making it from a little under 2 minutes, or would be like 6 minutes, to like saving 4 minutes basically. But you know me, I'm a Rainbow Road enjoyer. I wouldn't mind sitting here watching the whole thing. Pretty nice trans from both of them. Arya gets a little bit of air there. Both getting pretty nice. The first 2 shrooms there. Playing a little bit of this track today myself, this Flap. Since it's been a little while, this is one of my favorites, possibly my favorite track, I would say. Both looking pretty good coming in that hill down there around Chomps. Just going as tight as they can all the way around this spiral, getting in those MTs. This is looking pretty close. I would say Arya might be a little bit ahead, but not by a whole lot. See how this mushroom goes. It's a tough one. One of the weirdest shroom spots there, and both get a very nice line. Get the MT out of it. Very easy to get a weird angle and kind of screw up where you're going, or not even get the slide sometimes. It was very solid from both of them. And now here's our ending spiral, where pretty much as soon as you jump, you go into a slide, because that's how close you are going uphill. Rechman just got a little taste of that, kind of sliding right into the fence is usually what happens. Alright, coming up to the final stretch here. It is 158.86. Ooh, close. Both 158s. And just, yeah, wow, less than 10 hundredths away. Insane. All right. First one to Arya. That was a good one. Very tight. Yikes. Just seeing all these ads coming up here. Why is it just on Rechman's? I don't know. Okay. Richmond picking KTB. And it looks like posting, is that a picture of Ginkgo getting pet ferociously? Possibly by Schlanks? Put a pretty good cat photo in here. Alright. Let's count them down. And get Richmond's screen back without the ad. Alright, pretty close there. Maybe Arya, or no, I think Richmond selected right before, but pretty well synced up. Alright, of course we're going to be looking at that ramp into the tunnel. Going to be a big decider. Both looking pretty good so far. Pretty even. Thinking about the lag. Arya goes for the tunnel MT, gets it, but hits a tree. I think Richmond might have even had a little bit of a lead before that too. 32.53, 34.57, so about 2 seconds ahead for Richmond. Arya's going to be hoping for something wonky to go on with Richmond. Maybe take it a little aggressive to oh, yep, Richmond misses that. And Arya gets in with a slide, so she's pulling ahead now. Richmond's going for the backup, which can take a while sometimes. Gets in there though. Arya hits a crab, 33 there. This is just the nature of the one tries here. Okay, so pretty good margin for Arya, but let's see how she takes this last one here. She goes safe, doesn't go for the slide, just gets a simple hop in there. Smart. Comes in for the win. The underwater win. All right. Yet another exciting race there. Some good stuff. You never know what's going to happen. Who's going to come out of nowhere or hit a tree or fall into the tunnel. Arya says that they've played all of Special Cup, which is cute, and Star Cup. Very cute. Battling ads all night here. Match point, indeed. Richmond's got to make a big comeback here. Oh, we're going back to Royal Raceway, and we're doing the flap this time. All right, giving the countdown here. And they're off in just a second. Got the Peach Course Ghost there, which we love, obviously. All right, looking pretty clean. How are these jumps? Both pretty good. That was a real nice one from Richmond. Looks like he might have even gotten a tighter line over that jump. Very aggressive line over there. They're kind of syncing up here. Very close. Both take a little bit on that wall. Arya saying hello with their Green select button. Maybe missed an MT in there. See how this last shroom goes. Richmond didn't get that MT before, but 56.69. Richmond takes it by about 1300s. Nice one. Yet another example. You never know what's going to happen, even on your own pick. Something that you pick and you feel confident in. Looks like there were a couple cart dances, maybe missed MTs, little things here and there for Arya. And Richmond managed to keep it clean enough. Well, we did BC 3-lap. Arya, I forget if you were here for that. Arya chose BC 3-lap. And Richmond said in the chat here that he's never picking that for one tries again, which I don't blame him. It's pretty wild. Okay, we're going into Toad's Turnpike again here. Right where we started. Once again, match point, but Richmond can bring it back. Crazier things have happened. Oh, okay, yeah. There were just, I think Richmond was going way aggressive on that first BC 3-lap. Which can work against you in one tries. With one tries, it's really about finding that balance between getting your cleanest lines but not going for the absolute most aggressive strats, since those are usually the strats that you keep having to retry over and over again, as all of us in this time trial grind are very familiar with. Looks like Richmond's got a little bit of a lead since they are pretty well synced up here. Let's see how they space their mushrooms out this time. I know Richmond, I think he put it the first mushroom right there on that side. First run. He's holding on to it. Maybe for the second lap. However, the first mushroom of the second lap, that's the one where Arya kind of bonked into the wall. That's one of the strats where I feel like you might be better off at 162, 101, 27. So Richmond's got three quarters of a second maybe in the lead, and he takes it safe. That's what I might go with, since that mushroom, Arya managed to get it pretty well there, but it's very easy to either hit one of those trucks or just snag into the wall and kind of lose all the speed from the mushroom, making it kind of useless. So I think Arya might have closed the gap a little bit, but I think Richmond's still got a decent lead with all three mushrooms. Used one of them there and snagged a bit. Arya got a pretty clean one behind him. Arya going for all three right there. I missed the splits because I'm looking at this, I'm trying to crop the screen right. But it looks like Richmond's a little bit ahead, not an insane amount. See that same bus on the screen. Ooh. Arya might have even just like snuck past a little bit there. Taking it really, really tight on that turn with a big bend. But it's very close. They just got to the top of the hill, both of them. They're both pretty well synced up. And Richmond has that third shroom. Look at that. Alright. Both coming around this corner. Very similarly synced up. Coming around this traffic. This is so close. Ooh. Alright. Wow. So close. 301.49, 301.83. Okay, so Arya takes it. I think that is game. GG to both players. That was a really awesome round. Nice copy pasta there. Yeah, both did amazing in this round. Can uncrop this now, I guess. Yeah, not sure what else to say there. Just wrapping it up. But yeah, it was awesome seeing Richmond come in for a few points. Even though he's maybe not the favorite versus Arya, crazy, cracked skills there. But as you saw, Richmond is just as cracked and right behind Arya, ready to take any opportunity he could to take a win, which he did multiple times. Thank you, Logan. Appreciate that. It was fun to commentate, especially around like this, where there's a lot to say. All right. That I might. Let me see if I could find somebody to raid. I think I might end up streaming myself. Not too far from now, but I gotta get something to eat. And I'm not trying to make everybody here from the raid sit around while I go eat something. That could take forever. So let's see. I mean, both of these players are still carding. Guess we could give the raid to Arya if she's still playing. Winner of the match. Wish her some GGs. I'll probably be back on a little later with some all cups, no skips. This is pretty beautiful though. I'm loving this double Marty view that we're getting here. Oh wait, so Arya's not continuing, so maybe I should just raid Richmond. If Richmond's still streaming. Okay, Richmond's not either. Well then, maybe let me see. Oh, okay. Yo-Yo Yoshi is playing now, doing some time trial D-Rust. So let's give him that raid. Playing some Donkey Jungle Park, which we love. Nice. Logan's already locked in. All right. See you later. GG's again to Richmond and Arya. Awesome match.